Good morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain Satoshis, Big Cousin Cryptography's finest champagne crypto. Thank you for pumping, booming in. Shout out to Miss Archie, our crypto chick, crypto maniac, and the rest of the boomers tuning into this live broadcast. Touch all the buttons for me, guys. We're back with the live kaBOOM daily. I know you guys missed me yesterday, but I took the day off. I took the little maniacs to the beach and enjoyed the day. I was going to take another day off, but, you know, I can't take that many days off. I try to, but the crypto calls me, so I'm back. I'm back. Although we did enjoy ourselves over there at the beach, and I encourage you guys to take a little time off. Try to get grounded, take your shoes off, go out in nature, enjoy some family time with the maniacs. Good morning to everybody. Make sure you click the buttons, the like, the subscribe, the post notification bell, the ding ding. Today we're talking about this Ether 2.0. Apparently some numbers, some projections as far as the APR that you can receive have been reported. I want to talk a little bit more about it and see, you know, if it's positive, negative, what's really shaking and baking. Check out the markets and give you guys an update as to what's going on as crypto is sort of sleepy. It seems like the markets are more green, a little bit more greener, but necessarily not the pump that we're looking for yet. So it's just a matter of patiently waiting. So it's a good time to lock and load, stack up on the positions that you're interested in. And if you need to take a little break and, you know, get a little something to drink, hit the beach, do that now before the next cycle locks and loads, because I feel like it's coming soon to a coin market cap near you. Get some beach vibes in, indeed, guys. Enjoy it and make sure that you do a little bit of it. You know, sometimes we're all caught up with the work, no sleep, and all this stuff. You know, sometimes it's overrated. Just like the decentralization meme, sometimes it's overrated. The team no sleep, sometimes it's overrated. Okay, I'm not saying the opposite, but you know, just consider it. That's all. We hear a lot about, you know, go, and do, but we don't hear about relax and also the value of things that you don't do. Okay, it's also about the things you don't do. So tune in, guys. Shout out to everybody on the Discord, Passive Crypto Show, Poison Elf, Empire, the rest of the boomers. I'll give you guys an update on the Meta Mansions. I was speaking about that on Friday during our last stream, and I'll tell you, I ended up passing on it, which I'm surprised of. You know, I had that little whitelist opportunity or whatnot, and I went to mint, but then I noticed that the floor was way below mint. It was 0.88 for the mint price. And then the floor, when I went to go check it out, was below 0.88. It was like at 0.7 or I don't know. It was below 0.8. So it kind of spooked me there for a second. I said, let me keep an eye on it. I came back about an hour later, maybe an hour or two later, and they had closed the mint out. 50%. Once they hit 50% of the sale, they closed it out. And at that moment, the price went up. The floor rose to above 1.25 or somewhere around there, above 1. So I was kind of kicking myself. I'm like, damn, I could have gotten, shoulda, coulda, woulda, you know? So you win some, you lose some, and that's what's going on, guys. I ended up passing on that, and it ended up being, you know, profitable, at least right now. Now, the reveal is in a few weeks, and usually when things are revealed, the price goes down. Not permanently, but usually it does at a moment, and that's the deciding time whether the project is going to end up floating or not. You know, the project is revealed, people see it, usually it dumps, and then from that point, you know, it could or could not establish itself. Shout out to Adrian, Kent, Miss Archie, Crypto Maniac, the rest of the boomers. Let's go ahead and check out the math over here. We'll start off with, forget the math. Let's go straight into the topic at hand here. Traders bet on Ether staking after 2.0 upgrade. This was released yesterday, the 21st. Ether staking yields are likely to be in the range of 10 to 15% following Ethereum 2.0 upgrader. Following the Ethereum 2.0 upgrade, one trader said. So that's what's being reported here. After enduring weeks of macroeconomic driven nervousness, crypto traders are focusing on progress with the crypto ecosystem, particularly on one smart contract blockchain, and pending the proof of stake merge, yada, yada, yada. Okay, I'm very bullish on the ETH on Ether for the summer, and as Ether staking would offer returns better than real or inflation-adjusted yields in traditional markets after the merge, said Alex Kruger, a trader and analyst, told CoinDesk in the Telegram chat. I don't know who Kruger is, a trader and analyst. I don't know who he is, but I mean, I do somewhat agree with him. I am bullish on Ether for now and in the immediate future, and I do see that the APRs are better than inflation. I mean, that's usually with most of these coins. I mean, guys, if you're holding your bags in a savings and just holding on with your little savings, I don't know what to say. I abandoned fiat a long time ago. So personally, I don't know what else to tell you guys. Now, I can't say I don't use fiat because, of course we do, but it's not the main focus. Okay. And if I were to be saving, or when I save, I think of BTC and ETH. Okay. And listen, that being said, you can also, or I've also said this many times, make sure you have somewhat or a percentage of your portfolio in stable coins. And if the majority of places that you could stake your stable coins are above what the bank can get you. So there you go. Waves is basically ETH 2.0 right now. I've been staking Waves for the past 3 years. Okay. I would say that a lot of these alternatives to Ether are ETH 2.0, and Vitalik kind of insinuated that in a tweet before. Your Phantoms, your Polygons, your AVAX, and you may want to throw Waves in there. I'm not sure if that's EVM, but it seems like some of these alternatives have the properties that ETH 2.0 is trying to fulfill. But that being said, guys, I've said this so many times. I think Ether's here to stay. Okay, and I compare Ethereum to Apple. Okay, and I'll explain to you why. Think about when Apple first dropped the iPhone back in 06, 07. It was before 2010. Okay, they dropped the iPhone, which was completely revolutionary, a new product, no buttons. A lot of people didn't like it. This is in the days where the BlackBerry was dominating. Remember, everybody had the BlackBerry, boom, 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 and here comes iPhone with this whole new game. And when they introduced the iPhone, it didn't even copy and paste. Okay, so it wasn't better. It wasn't better than the BlackBerry at the time. It wasn't. Okay, but they already had that innovation. They already had the long game, the long vision. And they set the trend. They set the culture of smartphone. And then, soon thereafter, you had competitors like Samsung, LG, and others introducing phones that were smartphones that had more horsepower and capability than that of Apple and iPhone at the moment. But it didn't mean that they surpassed iPhone or Apple. They're not iPhones. Okay, they're not. At the bottom line, they're not. And there's plenty of phones that are not iPhones that they have more horsepower and they have better pixels and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10G or whatever you want to call it. There's more horsepower. But that doesn't mean that it's got a better cultural and significance than Apple does. So Ether is Apple. Okay? Ether is Apple. And I believe it will be here in the next 5 to 10 years. Now, it's not the fastest horse, okay? And there's plenty of other chains that may have more bells and whistles. But let's not act like they didn't bring the smart contract, that they didn't invent the smart contract, basically. I don't know if they invented it or not. Okay, I can't say they did, but it certainly seems like it. And if they didn't, they popularized it. Okay, just like Apple may have not invented the touch screen and the smartphone, but they popularized it with the iPhone. So that's what I see when it comes to Ether. So going back to this ETH 2.0, that's why I keep following ETH. I think that ETH may be the only coin that could surpass Bitcoin at the moment. ETH 2.0 to attract institutions with the merge test run completed successfully. Researchers expect the mainnet launch to happen at the end of June. So they're still on testnet. Okay, this has been promised for a while, and we've kind of been just hanging around. Okay, and in the meantime and in between time, we've been steadily stacking ETH and adding to our bags, and I'm glad. ETH is a blue chip, no doubt. It is. It is. And I'll tell you this much, though, guys. I understand the fees are high. It's not as fast as others. There's a lot more bells and whistles. And that being said, it's not like I'm not using other platforms. Okay, just because iPhone's popping doesn't mean I don't have a Samsung. Okay, it doesn't mean that. But I'm just giving you that big perspective so that you can perhaps consider where this may be going. I think that they're going to maintain themselves as the market leader, the innovative leader, the ones that lead in innovation. And that's the team over there at ETH. Everybody's basically jocking their style, guys. Okay, the Terras, the AVAX, the Cardanos, everybody's just trying to do Ether faster. They established the game. So, as far as the money markets, the Uniswaps, all that is Ether. All of it. Okay? So, I don't know what else to say. That's why I got me a bag of ETH. Okay, I got me a bag of ETH. And then furthermore, you already had the SEC and the regulators come out and say that ETH is not a security. That there's very little threat regulatory-wise when it comes to Ether. Now, with these other coins, you don't know. And again, I'm not one that even cares so much about regulation, or I don't let it really, get in my way as far as like fearing it. Okay, I feel like it works itself out. But if you are considering that, Ether has less exposure to that type of regulatory risk. For those that are considering, I know that's a factor for many people. So that's what's going on. Ether 2.0. I'm going to go ahead and drop this, and you can read, a little bit more about what's going on. But apparently, we're still in testnet, and that should be live somewhere in June. They said so. Let me drop that. Shout out to Crypto Maniac, Manuel Herrera. Good morning, kaBOOMers. Cryptmatic, and the rest of the pumpers, guys. I'm glad I'm back after taking a little break yesterday. I took the fam over there to the beach, and it's nice to see a couple people checking up on the champ. Like, oh, champ, I missed your live stream today. And this is in a climate where I feel like the viewership and the overall interaction with crypto and in this channel has gone down compared to others. So, things are, it's a down period, and that's fine. And, things go up and down and cyclical, but even during a downtime, it's nice to see people checking up and like, oh, champ, where are you? We're looking for your stream. So, it definitely keeps me motivated. Champ, been hearing a lot of rumble around SafeMoon and its router upgrade. What's your thought on it? I don't have any thoughts on it because I don't know. I'm not up on that, I'll be honest with you. I haven't heard about the router upgrade and SafeMoon. I don't really pay attention to it, but I will if more people talked about it. I have nothing against it. It hasn't came up on my radar. I haven't paid attention. So perhaps maybe it will if other people talk about. There are some rumors about Bitcoin could be legal in Argentina. Okay. Yeah, as far as regulation and legalization, it seems like, BTC and ETH seem to be the safest. I don't know what that means or not. It seems to be. I can't say it is, But going back to, regulations and the law, it's something that's always been a threat to crypto, and it's always been looming. Like, oh, they're going to ban Bitcoin, or are they going to regulate it? Are they going to do this, that? And usually it works itself out. I don't think that BTC is against the institutions like so many thought. In fact, you see a lot of institutions adopting it and using it. So, I think it may. I'm not all that concerned. Now, there's going to be hiccups, but I see it working itself out as it has. It has worked itself out. I've said this before. Part of the anonymity with this channel is linked to the very beginning of crypto. When you were associated with Bitcoin, a lot of people would consider you in the gray or dark markets, or the dark webs, and be like, oh, what are you doing? Are you a scammer? That was just a few years ago. Okay. And that's why there's so much anonymity in crypto, because people were criticized for just trying it out and called names and all that. So, it was better just to keep it anon, and because of that, it's became the Champagne brand. At this point, you got mayors and, major institutions talking about crypto out in the forefront. And, you know, it's the cat's out of the bag. It's all good. You know what I mean? But at one point, it was completely gray area. No one, I remember when I first got on the webs, I was like, you know, I don't even know what's going on here. Because every time I've talked to about BTC to someone, the majority of the people will respond to me like, oh, this is a scam. You know, so I didn't even know. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's, and then furthermore, when you say the word crypto, it insinuates some sort of a privacy, right? There you go. Dear blogger, do you support cooperative sponsorship? Can you give me a contact? I don't know you, Linda. I don't know. I'm not a blogger, and you sound like a bot, okay? If you are interested and you've watched the channel, you know where to contact me. I'm not contacting anybody, and, well, I mean, I do contact people, but I'm not contacting random people that ask me to give them a contact or something. Like, no. So, you know, you know where to find me. I'm in the Discord. And if you have something of value and you want to chop it up, then come add some value and we could talk about it. But, you know, random potential bots that may be coming in and out of this chat box telling me, oh, this and what is a cooperative? I don't even know what that, a cooperative sponsorship. Okay. For what? I don't know. And in fact, you know, I'd pay way more attention to things if I'd seen your name before, and maybe you've engaged in the chat. You see what I'm saying? But don't let me detour you. Perhaps maybe you have a value proposition, so yeah, consider maybe pitching it differently. What could you do for me? I recommend everyone read How to Win Friends and Influence People. I think that should be like 101 reading, maybe for junior high or high school. Okay? Everybody should read that book. You got to consider that, guys. How to win friends and influence people. You got to think, put yourself in the other person's shoes. Put yourself in the seat of the audience. Okay? I'm out here talking. I'm live streaming, and here comes somebody I've never seen before talking about, oh, let's do something. Okay, well, do what? And then on top of everything, let's do something. Call me. You know what I mean? In the middle of the live stream. Imagine you're performing on stage. A band, a comedian, doing a TED Talk or whatnot. You're talking, and here comes somebody from the audience in the middle of the performance. Hey, I like what you do. You wanna collab? Hey, call me, contact me. Like in the middle of everything. Yeah, whatever. kaBOOM! Anyhow, let's check out the math over here on CoinGecko. How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's one of the best books. The most useful book. One of the most useful books that I've read. BTC over there, 42,000. This is after Powell hinted that he may raise the rates a little bit more. I think the market kind of likes that. Okay, like the fake, I'm going to fix things. Like, let me act like I'm doing something. Like this quarter point. They can raise the rates another 1%. I don't know if it's going to really do anything. Ether there at 3,000. Okay, above 3,000. You got BNB above 400. Ripple there. You know, we're seeing some movements here. Let's see if who the big gainers are today. Bitcoin Cash. Okay, Bitcoin Cash up 12%. EOS. Guys, remember when EOS was a fave? I kind of believed in EOS for a second, but then it crumbled. Too much constitution, too much bureaucracy with rules and stuff like that. They try to regulate themselves. And then they got into bed with regulators. Ultimately, Larimer left the project. ETH Classic there at 43. Helium, Radix, okay. Bitcoin SV. So we got some old ones bouncing back, like SV, like Classic, like Bitcoin Cash, EOS. Guys, remember when everybody thought this guy SV was the real crypto, the real Bitcoin, and this guy Craig Wright was like, oh, I'm Satoshi. No one believed that guy. I mean, I'm sure some people did. There was like a whole section of the internet that really believed this guy, but you know, we were laughing the whole way. I can't believe that people believe this guy. That I'm the real Satoshi. I can't even believe he tried to pull that off. Like, really, I don't know. Shout out to Crypto Maniac. He says, that gets you kicked out of the box, only crypto talk. Yeah, I mean, you know, not only just crypto talk, but, you know, as far as if you want to start asking for things, make sure that, you've been here before. People come into the box, start asking, telling me what to do. You contact me, let's do this. And I've not even seen you before, and sometimes, people that I've seen a couple times, they come in and they're like, champ, I'm doing this night. What do you want? This and this. It's like, what are you doing? Let me talk to you. You guys know me way more than I know you. So let me get to know you a little bit. Let me talk. Okay. I'm not saying, you got to show me your face and give me your social security, but let's have a conversation at least. Let's see what else we got over here on the math. This is interesting that a lot of these old school coins are moving today. Cash, EOS, Classic, SV. I got Cardano up. Internet computer. I remember people were talking about who uses internet computer. This is one of these cool idea, bros, that I'm not sure anybody uses. Theta Network, I like, but Theta is at $3, even if it's being up today. When we first identified Theta as something that we like, it was like $12. Miss Archie's still looking for a crypto hubby. She wants one. But Miss Archie been looking for it, man. Woo! I wish you well, Miss Archie. I mean, since we asking for Christmas gifts. There you go. kaBOOM. Those crypto maniacs out there. I know Miss Archie got her own bag too. It's not like she don't have a bag. I'm sure she got something. So contact Miss Archie out there, guys. How's Sandbox doing today? Back at number 30. You know what I've noticed? Sandbox is ahead of Phantom. I'll be honest with you guys. This sleepiness on Phantom, I'm not liking it. And, I've been sticking to it, and I believe in Phantom and all that, but it's slipping in the rankings. It's at number 44 now. I'll give it, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm riding with Phantom, but if it slips below 50, I may have to find an alternative. If it slips below number 50, I may have to find another alternative. How's Jewel doing? Yesterday, I shared a video in our Discord regarding Crystal Veil, which is that new token that they're launching over there on AVAX. They've released some information regarding how to earn Crystal Veil. And apparently the only way to stake and earn Crystal Veil right now is by staking single asset DeFi kingdoms. You can see the price of DeFi kingdoms back to $5. And, maybe I should have held. But, I kept going down and down and down. And finally, I got off the train. This is a coin that has treated me so well. I've made so much gains with this coin, farming it up and down. And I still have some locked up. I just took the significant portion out of this project. But it still keeps going. I got to look to see what the allocation and how many Crystal Veil tokens we were airdropped. But I know if you were staking Jewel or farming in the garden sometimes in January or February, you may be privy to some airdrops. Okay, so you may want to tune into that. We have the DeFi Kingdoms announcement linked to our announcement channel there on the Discord server, but you may want to follow them as well. Miss Archie is into real estate and crypto. She's got bags. There you go. She's got houses and bags. Follow her, guys. kaBOOM. See what else is going on. Over here on the front page news on CoinDesk. Bitcoin Ether rise in spite of Powell rate hike. I just mentioned that. And nothing really catching my attention right now. Talking about Argentina and crypto. IMF pressuring Argentina. Somebody just mentioned this in the chat. I think Manuel. The IMF is putting some pressure on these countries that are adopting crypto. I don't know if that's true or if they're just playing theater. Okay, because a lot of this stuff is theater. Do you think really Donnie and Joey are against each other that much? A lot of it's theater. They got to play the polarities. So you got to watch it. And is it theater or not? I don't know. And honestly, I'm not going to take time to try to figure it out when I can be doing something for myself. So I don't know. but it's usually seems like there's a lot of theater. They give you the good cop and the bad cop. Like the same thing with this Ukraine-Russia stuff. Like they try to present like Ukraine is the good guys. But I just read somewhere that Ukraine just banned every political party, all the opposition, and like who knows what they're doing over there. I'm not saying they're good or bad. I just don't know. And from my experience, usually when they present to you something in the media, they're presenting you the same thing, but just polar opposites. It's like they're giving you water, but they show you ice and they show you vapor. Okay, but it's the same thing. Okay, you're thinking, no, vapor's better than ice. No, it's the same thing. It's just different degrees. That's all. It's just different degrees. So, like they'll show you Donnie and you think that's the solution. And then they'll show you Joey and you think that's the opposite. But they're the same thing. They're political characters that they push the vaccine and they support pharmaceutical companies. And they support the banks. Okay? So, that's all I got to say, guys. For everybody's like, no, because Donnie, listen, Donnie brought the lockdowns, guys. Donnie told you 15 days to slow the spread. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say when I see when the IMF acting like it's scolding other countries and countries acting like they're going against the IMF. I don't know. I really don't know. And what I do know is that things ain't always what they seem, right? Things ain't always what they seem, guys. Or let me say it clearly, things are not always what they seem. I'm glad to be a part of this community for this thing's champ. I'm glad you're here, Manuel. I'm glad you're here. Kaboom. I'm noticing too, as I'm doing the live streams and I reflect on what works and what may not work. And one thing I've noticed with this channel is I think you guys like macro talk. Like what I mean by that is like big picture. Sometimes when I get like into the nitty gritty, like the plays and this and that, and that's cool too. We need some of that. But perhaps maybe, sometimes when we just talk about big picture, a lot of people resonate with that. So, I don't know if it's, maybe perhaps my content's better with that or not, or, maybe, you guys can share your opinion. But I feel like sometimes, I'm thinking of like, what should I exactly talk about, specifically, and then on the other hand, sometimes when I just go off and I freestyle about what's happening at the moment, people seem to resonate with it. So, sometimes also I've noticed that when I reflect off the political state or the, what's happening with the media, you guys kind of like that. So I don't know if I'm piggybacking on their polarity or if I'm trying to correct it or not. But maybe I'm overanalyzing. That's definitely a pro and a con here with the champ. I definitely look at things a lot and I consider, all the angles. Shout out to Adrian, Manuel, and the rest of the boomers. Guys, drop me comments. Let me know what's shaking and baking. But we covered the beats today. Ether 2.0. I dropped the article via CoinDesk. And apparently they're on testnet and they're going to launch in June. The APR for staking ETH will be around 10 to 15%, which is not bad. I'll tell you that much. It's not bad. I mean, you don't expect, Ether staking to be 200% APR or anything like that. It's not going to be that. We got Cab Graph over there on Discord, Miss Archie. He's looking for you. He wants to talk real estate. I don't know. I've seen the name before, but I'm not. I don't remember Cab Graph that much. But he's talking to Miss Archie over there, so you may want to jump in the Discord. Kaboom! Follow us, guys. It's down below, and I've promised some a stealth drop on the Champagne Crypto Medal of Honor. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you guys, like, so sleepy right now. I don't know if it's the best time to do a drop, to be honest with you guys. And then on the other hand, it's like, well, if you're going to do something for free, you may want to do it. It doesn't matter what, you do it when it's sleepy or not. On the other hand, too, I'm thinking to myself, it's not that I don't want to do something free, but I also want to figure out how to sell a drop. Okay, so part of me is like, don't do it free and just do it real cheap. Or not too cheap either. That's the wrong word. Do real cheap? That sounds I don't want to be associated with real cheap. You see how I'm over analyzing things? No, so yeah, I'm not going to do real cheap. I'm either going to do free or regular or above asking price. But forget about real cheap. Forget about that. I don't want to be associated with real cheap. So it's either going to be free on the love or you're going to have to pay to play at a reasonable price, and I'm going to have to, provide value. So guys, let me know what's shaking and baking. I show you guys a sneak peek of those medals of honor. And of course, that's what I'm working on in the meantime while we wait for the Metacox, because I can't do the Metacox launch on my own. I'm not a dev. Cryptomaniac said Third Web is legit for this. Yeah, I've shared Third Web, so I've definitely looked at them for a tool. And there's another tool that I'm looking into as well. And I may do both just to try them out. This drop for me is more about learning how to set up a drop and, getting the whole, learning and learning how to actually do the pre-sale and the whole thing. It's not necessarily like a cash grab or like, not really that. So that's why I'm like, oh, maybe I should just do a real cheap. But now when I'm hearing myself saying real cheap, I'm like, I don't want to, associate with real cheap. For that, I can just give it out for free. But then you made a point, a few free for pre-sale, then pay to play. Maybe I just put a mint up and I mint a few myself and give them out for free, and the price is the price, and then I'll be able to give out a few for free as well. Maybe, we do something like that. But, I want your feedback. Let me know what's shaking and baking, but I'm considering it because of the state of the market that we're in. And also the state of the viewership is really low right now. So I'm like, should I wait? Should I not? Or should I do another one? A lot of thinking, a lot of considering this, that, and things are slow right now. But on the other hand, it's like, that's when you want to add more value when things are slow. Let people know that you're still here, So, drop a comment. I'd like to hear what you guys think. And I definitely consider your guys' opinion. So, go in the Discord, come here in the chat. Let me know what's popping. Thank you, Cryptomaniac. Third Web is legit for that. There's another service that I've showed before. It's called ETHREUM. ETHREUM is a service for setting up NFT smart contracts specifically on Phantom. And they got a website that, it's kind of like a Third Web. It probably is not as developed, but it looks like it's a easy UI to create a drop. So I may consider using both. kaBOOM. All right, guys, I think we covered all the beats. Shout out to the kaBOOMers over there in the Discord. Shout out to everybody here on the tubes. Join me, follow me, and let's chop it up, guys. I'm here. Unless I'm at the beach with the fam. Okay? So, yesterday we had a nice one out there in the beach. Cryptomaniac said, love champ, really looking forward to the Metacox. So am I, but we're going to have to patiently wait on that because I don't have all the capabilities to do the Metacox on my own. And, the people that I do have around us that can help, they're a little backed up. So, we're just going to have to patiently wait. In the meantime, I'm going to try to learn as much on my own, do these Medal of Honor drops, and maybe I can learn to start doing more for Metacox. And Metacox is a little bit more intricate because ultimately I want that to be cockfighting. So, it's going to it's not going to be just a picture. So, but, one thing at a time. And like I said before, I'm not in a rush. Okay, I'm not. It's not like, oh, we just started this channel and I'm here. Okay, I'm here, slow and steady. I'm out here and we're going to make it happen. So the champ already, we've established ourselves here in the crypto space. So it's definitely a marathon, not a race for us. All right, guys, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and proceed with my day. Stay strong out there and, drop a comments over there on the Discord. I'll be back. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thank you.